Last night, 47 told thousands of college students that their path to the future is paved in gold, delivering the commencement address at the University of Alabama. But first, Trump handed the mic to Coach Saban.
He's the first president that invited us to come in the Oval Office. So I take the three captains in the Oval Office, and the president's really nice to everybody, and he's got this very big, good-looking, auspicious box on his desk that has a red button on top. And one of the players said, "Is that what you launch the missiles with?" And he said, "Well, push it and find out." Player said, "No, I don't want to do that." He said, "Oh, go ahead, push it, see what happens, find out." So Rashawn Evans finally got the guts up, went over, pushed the red button. Some lady came in with a Coke on a tray.
Once Trump took the stage, he gave the new graduates a quick cheat sheet to help them navigate the real world. Listen.
It helps when you know that borders are not racist, speech is not violence, America is good, terrorists are bad, men can never become women, police are not criminals, and criminals are not victims.
Then the man who made the greatest political comeback ever told our future leaders how to win.
Never let anyone tell you that something is impossible, ever, ever, ever. In America, the impossible is what we all do best. There is nothing you cannot do if you are willing to fight for it. You got to fight, fight, fight. Whether you were born rich or poor, black or white, male or female in America, anyone can be a winner. And our whole country will be cheering you on. If you want to change the world, you have to have the courage to be an outsider. In other words, you have to take certain risks and do things a little bit differently. Otherwise, if that weren't the case, everybody would be successful. For the business majors here today, I challenge you not merely to use your talents for financial speculation, but to apply your great skills that you've learned and had to forging the steel and pouring the concrete of new American factories, plants, shipyards, and even cities which are going up all over our country. If you're here today and think that you're too young to do something great, let me tell you that you are wrong. You're not too young. You can have great success at a very young age. You're all very young. In America, with drive and ambition, young people can do anything. From the day you leave this incredible university, go out and fight tough, fight fair, but go out and fight. You're going to be very successful, because now is the time to work harder than you have ever worked before, push yourself further than you have ever pushed yourself before, find your limits, and then smash through everything.
Obviously, there were reports where he went off the teleprompter. There was a little riff about men and women's sports.
You know, my wife gets very upset when I do this. She said, "Darling, it's not presidential." I said, "Yeah, but people like it." Should I do it or not? All right, I'm in trouble when I get home. "Mom, I love you. I'm going to do it for you, Mom." And she goes, and she lifts, and she gets it. And, "Mom, I'm going to do it, Mom." Can't do it. And then a guy comes along, they put the little thing on, and he goes, "Boom, boom." And breaks the record like by 119 pounds.
But the line of the night was when the president made a point about an Ivy League diploma not being what it used to be.
The next chapter of the American story will not be written by the Harvard Crimson. It will be written by you, the Crimson Tide. That's true.
University of Alabama graduates Megan Bonhouse and Hannah Adams are here. Ladies, are you a little hungover from last night?
You know, honestly, I had a fun night. I mean, that was amazing. Only the best night ever.
What did you take away from that speech?
I took away, he kept reiterating the importance of doing what you love, and that is your path to being successful. And he also said, treat every day like it's a home game, which is very fitting as we go to Alabama. I felt like we both sat on the front row, and I felt like it was a very personal conversation that we were having with him. It was unlike anything I've ever been to, and I mean, I'm sure you could say the same.
Hannah, what about you?
I think something that I really took away from is that President Trump believes in our generation. He told us to not let people look down upon us because we're young, but to set an example that we can be successful and pursue our American dream. I know the University of Alabama has equipped us with the skills that we need to succeed, and President Trump's address just affirmed that.
Were there any anti-Trump students that turned their back or, you know, tried to throw their caps at the president?
You know, I do think I noticed. I was just looking at my Instagram this morning, and I posted about it last night, and I lost a pretty good bit of followers. But you know, at that point, I feel. But I really don't think that. I mean, the University of Alabama is a place where you can. There's all different walks of life. Mm-hmm. You can speak your mind in whatever you do. There was protests yesterday. They were able to protest in whatever way they wanted to. So I really think that the fact that this was an opt-in event really made it so they couldn't really turn their backs in a way. But like we hear them and we listen to them. But yes.
Megan, what are you doing now with your life? You've just graduated. Do you have a job yet?
No, I actually applied for the internship at the White House, but I'm still waiting to hear back. But I'm about to start my MBA at Alabama for the next 2 years.
I think
So
there might
that's
be
all
a
we're doing.
chance someone could watch this at the White House and maybe put your resume closer to the top. You never know how things are. Hannah, what about you? What are your plans?
I'll be staying here at Alabama for another year to obtain my MBA in marketing and sales, and then hope to work in politics too, maybe in the admin or something here in this state, just wanting to serve our country, and was so inspired by everything that President Trump said, and it just ignited the fire in my heart to continue that heart of service.
Hannah, do you wish you'd gone to Harvard?
Man, last night just affirmed that I picked the right school for me. I honestly wasn't sure where I was going to school right off the bat when I went through the college admissions process, looked at a bunch of different schools, but the University of Alabama stuck out to me, and last night affirmed that decision. That President Trump wanted to come to Alabama just speaks volumes of the prestige that we have here in the state and across the SEC.
All right. Well, there's probably a place at Fox, too, if it doesn't work out at the White House or wherever else you guys don't want to check out. Roll Tide. Congratulations.
Roll Tide. Thank you for having us.